Hello, welcome to Gea English Channel. Subscribe dong. Ngeri, ngeri, ngeri.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night to all of you depending on wherever you are around the world. And in this video, I will be talking how reading impacts brain development and cognitive abilities, right? So as we know, reading has profound impact on the brain development and also cognitive ability. So here I would like to share some ways in which reading positively influence the brain. So the first is about brain connectivity. So what do I mean here by brain connectivity? When we are reading, it strengthens the neural connections in the brain. When we read various regions of the brain, for example, the one that are responsible for language processing, vision, comprehension, and work together, creating a new pathway and improving overall brain connectivity, right? So that's what I mean by brain connectivity. And the second is about language skills. By reading, it is closely linked to the language development. As we read, we can encounter new words and also phrases, which helps us to expand our vocabulary and also to improve our language skills, including the grammar and also the syntax and also semantics, right? That's what I mean by language skills. And also, by reading, it influences cognitive function. Reading here is a cognitive activity that demands the focus, demand attention, and also demand memory retention. So by reading regularly, doing this exercise, the cognitive function will lead to improved cognitive abilities and also sharper mental acuity, right? That is about cognitive function. And the fourth is about comprehension. Reading comprehension it involves understanding, involves analyzing, and also involves interpreting written materials. And this usually done at school, in academic essays and so on, right? So by reading comprehension, it stimulates a higher order thinking skills, and also it enhances our ability to make connections and also draw inferences, and also we can think critically, right? So that's why I always encourage my students to read a lot of information, right? And the fifth one is about imagination and creativity. So what do I mean here by imagination and creativity? By reading fiction or reading particular kind of articles and essays, it fosters imagination and also creativity. When we engage with the narratives and stories, our brains will create a vivid mental imagery, and also it allows us to immerse ourselves in the world of the book, right? And that's what I mean by imagination and creativity. And the next one is about empathy and theory of mind. This is the six ways that influence the reading. I think it's about empathy and theory of mind. So here, reading about characters and their experiences, can cultivate empathy and also improve our theory of mind. So here, the ability to understand and also the ability to attribute mental state to others, especially enhance our social cognition, right? So that's what it means by empathy and also theory of mind. And the seven things that we need that influence the brain about reading is stress reduction. By reading, here we can reduce the stress. We can reduce the stress, and also we can promote relaxation. So that's why when we read, our brain shift focus away from stress, and also it provides a temporary escape and reducing stress levels. There what means by stress reduction. And the eighth is about memory improvement. By reading, we can recall information from the text, and it also reinforces memory pathways. So here it aids the retention and also the retrieval of information. It enhances both short-term and also long-term memory, right? So that is what I mean by memory improvement. And the next one is about analytical thinking, and I think this is really important in reading. Non-fiction reading and also critical analysis of information from different sources will help develop analytical thinking skills. Because it encourages us to evaluate evidence. It encourage us to form logical argument, and also it help us to make informed decisions, right? So that's why by reading it can improve analytical thinking. And the next one is about neuroplasticity. So what do I mean here by neuroplasticity for the reading? Here it has been, by reading, it has been linked to increase the neuroplasticity, which here refers to the brain's ability to adapt and also to reorganize itself. So I think this adaptability is vital for learning, and also it could adapt to new information and experiences, right? And the next one is about focus and concentration. By reading, it increases our focus and concentration. Here we can engage in sustained reading session that requires focus, and also it requires our concentration. So over time, by regular reading, it could improve our ability to concentrate and also to ignore any distractions. That's why by reading it can improve it can improve our focus and our concentration. And by reading, I think this is also very important to be considered, that influence our life. By reading, we can have a better sleep, right? So here, reading before bedtime, for example, has been shown to improve sleep quality. It helps us to relax the mind, and also it helps us to promote a healthy sleep routine. That is, really crucial for our brain. It's really crucial for our health, and also it's really crucial for overall well-being. So that's why by reading, I do encourage you to read, because it will help you to have a better sleep, right? So I think by reading, this I think a multifaceted activity that that stimulates various regions of the brain, and it fosters cognitive growth. So even when we read like the fiction story or non-fiction story, poetry, or any other form of literature, the act of reading has numerous positive effects on the brain development, right? And also it has a very essential effect on the cognitive abilities, and throughout our personal life, and of course to all individuals' life. I think this is really, really essential. Okay, guys, thank you for watching this video, and if you think you all need something from this, don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and comment. Thank you for watching. Yeah, and channel, and bye bye for now.
Subscribe dong. Ngeri ngeri ngeri.